Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast, and this is my reaction to the 1-0 victory over Lech Poznan in the Europa League Group D Game 2 tonight. Delighted with that 3 points. It was a very, very hard fought victory. Certainly not a vintage performance from us, absolutely. If not, maybe slightly disappointing given the level we know we can play at, but we will take that every day of the week, absolutely. I think some sections of the fans maybe starting to get a wee bit overconfident after a fantastic start to the season. I think we've got to bear in mind is the fact that just because we don't know much about Poznan, just because they were the fourth seeds in the group, you cannot write them off. They gave Benfica a fairly decent game of it, from what I believe, last week, and you've just got to remember we were fourth seeds as well over the last couple of seasons, and look how well we done in Europe, so especially last year. So it's Europe, no team's going to be a walkover, no team is going to be easy, but tonight was a very, very hard fought victory and deserved, I think, in the end. Certainly we ended up being the better team. I don't think Poznan even registered any shots on target. They had plenty of efforts, but their shooting boots were certainly off tonight. 5 changes from the Livingston game, and Roof coming in as well into the team, and Bongani Zungu gets a start on the bench as well, so interesting there, but unfortunately we never got to see him. First half I felt was a very, very flat game from both teams. Not much action from either team. It was discipline from us. I would say we were the better of the sides, having a lot of possession, working the ball well, but it was the final third that let us down. I think that was largely down to Poznan playing this like a stuffy Premiership side, keeping it compact at the back, trying to hit us on the break. Certainly they did hit us on the break a number of times, but we defended it well when we had to, and as I said, their shooting boots were off. It was generally either contained by our defence or they put it wide, and not just a wee bit wide, well wide as well. Our best chance of the half came in the 25th minute when it was a long ball to Barisic on the left, who puts an inch perfect cross into the box, finds the header Roof in the middle of the box, he heads it down at the ground, bounces back up in the same place, and he tries an overhead kick, but it was going wide and it was eventually cleared. Just unlucky that one there. As I said, Poznan did have a couple of efforts, but it was snuffed out by our defence, or it was hit wide. Nothing that really caused us of any great concern. Second half, looking for an improvement, and the first couple of minutes we did look bright, and then Poznan started to come back out a wee bit as well. They had a lot of possession, they had a good few chances, but again, nothing that was too dangerous. We forced their keeper into a couple of saves, but again, it was largely put wide as well. Maybe the game-changing point was in the 62nd minute where Roof came off and Morelos came on. 5 minutes later, Morelos puts us 1-0 up. Over the kind of 5 minutes since Morelos came on, we were putting a lot of pressure on the Poznan defence. We were starting to turn the screw. They were looking a bit tired. We were probing in and around their box. We got the ball to the left wing. A lovely cross by Barisic into the centre of their box. Morelos runs in and finds the ball with his head and puts a powerful header into the back of the net from about 6 yards out. Just a lovely move all round, and a great finish from Morelos as well. That's classic Morelos, that with that head. As we were celebrating, Hadji came off, Aribo came on. We started to turn the screw a wee bit more, had a lot of possession, probing in and around their box, trying to keep possession. Towards the end of the game, Poznan certainly upped the pace a wee bit, but again, everything was snuffed out, and anything they did try was put wide, or it was contained by our defence. So it was another feet-up game, I think, from McGregor as well. Poznan registered no shots on target. We had 3 on target. Overall, I felt, as much as it wasn't a vintage performance from us, it was certainly hard-fought. It was well-deserved in the end, absolutely. And, really can't take that away from the team. So, no rest as ever. We've got another game coming up. It's probably the bigger of the two, as I said on the main podcast last night. It's away to Kilmarnock. That's a 12 o'clock midday kickoff. So, we need to win that. That's just an imperative that we win that now. I've got the chance to go 9 points ahead of Celtic. They're obviously playing Aberdeen in the Cup from last year, rather bizarrely. But it'll be good psychological advantage. It'll be good psychologically for us as well to go to Kilmarnock, which has been a notorious place for us to go over the last few years, especially with their dodgy plastic pitch as well. We need to get that hoodoo off our back and go there and get the 3 points. So I'll be back with a post-match after that game. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for listening, and bye.